Okay, so this continues with our lessons on solving equations with two variables. Okay, we have been working intersection, we have been working substitution, and subtraction and addition. Okay, so what happens when we have a set of equations where we have either decimals or fractions? Okay, so we're going to work on these exercises for right now. Okay, we're going to work one that's rational and one that's decimal. Okay, so let's work the rational first. Okay, what we're looking for, remember, okay, this is still using the addition and subtraction method. Okay, but when we are working with fractions, okay, we have to find a number, okay, that is going to help us cancel. Okay, so on the top part, what we're looking for first is to multiply the top equation by a number so that we can eliminate the fractions. We're going to do the same thing with the lower one. Okay, multiply by a number that's going to help us eliminate the fractions. Okay, so let's do it by parts. Let's take the first one first. Okay, so we have 2/3 x plus 3/4 y equals 12. Okay, so we're going to look for a number that is going to help us cancel the equations. Okay, now, sorry, the fractions. Okay, so here, if you notice, okay, the denominators of our fractions are 3 and 4. Okay, so what we would need to look for is a number, okay, that's called the least common multiplier. Okay, the least common multiplier, okay, is the denominator that is going to help us cancel these fractions. Okay, so between 3 and 4, okay, can we use 6? No. Can we use 8? No. Can we use 12? Yes. Okay, because 12 divides both of the numbers. Okay, 6 only divides 3, 8 only divides 4, okay, but 12 divides them both. Okay, so what we're going to do is multiply times 12 both sides. Okay, remember, what we do on one side, we need to do it on the other side. Okay, that way we're going to continue to keep the balance of the equation. Okay, so when we multiply 12 on both sides, okay, what we're going to have is this. Okay, let's use another color. Okay, so we're going to divide 12 divided by 3. It's going to be 4. And 4 times 2 is going to make this number 8x. Okay? What happens with the next one? Okay, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, and 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 9y. Okay, and on this side, 12 times 12 is going to give us 144. Okay, so this is the first equation. Okay, we're looking for a number, a least common denominator, that's going to help us solve, okay, and eliminate the fractions, because that's what we're looking for, elimination of the fractions. Okay, now let's take the second equation. Okay, with the second equation, what we're looking for is a number that multiplied by these is going to help us to eliminate the fraction. And remember, y, since it's alone, okay, it's like having y divided by 1. Okay, so the least common denominator between 9 and 1 is 9. So if we have the fraction 7 divided by 9, 7 nines, x plus y equals 15. And remember that y is the same as over 1. Okay? So, what number can we multiply? The least common denominator, which is 9. Why do we choose 9? Because we're looking for the least common denominator between 9 and 1. Okay? So if we have 9, let me put it here because it looks like an A. Okay, so 9 divided by 9 is equal to 1. Okay, and 1 times 7, this one continues to be 7x. Okay, 9 divided by 1 is 9 times 1 plus 9y. And 15 on the other side, we just need to multiply. Okay, so we have that this one is 135. Okay, so let's put both of our equations together. Okay, let me put them in a different color so it's easier to see. Okay, so now we have two different equations, this one and this one. And we haven't done anything except trying to eliminate the fractions. Okay, but now we have it in whole numbers. Okay, so what we're looking for is just something that is going to help us eliminate. Okay, now what can we do on one of these so that we can eliminate the y? Because if you notice, they already have the same coefficient, they already have the same number. Okay, so we just need to multiply by one number, okay, so that we can eliminate, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the solution for x. Okay, so what can I do? I can multiply this or this equation by -1. Why do I choose -1? Because I want to make either this 9 or this 9, I want to make it negative so that I can cancel. Okay? So what do I have here? I continue to have the same equation on the top, 144, but now the bottom equation is negative. Negative 7x minus 9y equals minus 135. Why am I doing this? Let's review. Okay, we're looking for a number so that we can cancel. Okay, 9 minus 9, 0. Okay, so that's why we chose the -1. Okay, so that we can eliminate. We could have done the same thing on the top one. Same thing. Okay, we can multiply times -1 on the top one. Okay, but it's easier to see it here. Okay, so what do we have here? 8 minus 7 is 1. This one doesn't exist. And then we just have to subtract. Okay, that's 9. And now we have the value of x. Okay, what do we do with this value of x? We take it into one of the equations so that we can find the value of y. Okay, so if we have x, let's put it here. 7x plus 9y equals 135. Okay, we're taking this value, I'm going to put it here. Okay, so x is 9, so that means that we have 7 times 9 plus 9y equals 135. 7 times 9, we know it's 63, plus 9y equals 135. Okay, this number is positive. I switch it to the other side, negative. So we have 9y equals 135 minus 63. Okay, I'm going to move a little to the side. Okay, let's double check. 135 minus 63. Okay, let me put it here. We still have a little space. So we have that 9y equals to 72. Okay, I'm going to put it on a different color. Okay, so we have that 9y equals 72. So we divide by 9 on both sides. Okay, this 9 is canceled, this 9 is canceled. Okay, so we have that y equals 8. And we have our answer. Okay, so we already have the value of x, okay, which is 9, and we already have the value of y, which is 8. Okay, so let's review. Where did we get to this? How did we get to this point? Okay, the first thing we need to do is, on the original equations, we need to eliminate the fraction. Okay, so what do? We choose at least common denominator between 3 and 4. Okay, sometimes we can find these numbers by multiplying them. Okay, we can multiply 3 times 4 and we'll get 12. Okay, other times we can deduct it, okay, depending on the numbers. Between 4 and 8, it's 8. Between 4 and 2, it's 4. Okay, between 3 and 5, it's 15 because we need to multiply. Okay, so in this case, the least common denominator is 12. Okay, so we multiply 12 on both sides so that we can eliminate the fractions. Okay, and we do normal multiplication for fractions. 12 divided by 3, 4 times 2, 8. 12 divided by 4, 3 times 3, 9. And 12 times 12, 144. Remember, what we do on one side of the equation, we need to do it on the other. Okay? Same thing for the second equation. Okay? We have 7 9 x plus y equals 15. Okay? In this case, the least common denominator between 9 and 1 was 9. Okay? Because we're trying to eliminate this fraction. Okay? 9 divided by 9, 1 times 7, 7. 9 divided by 1, 9 times 1, 9. And 15 times 9, 135. Okay? And now that we have them, without the fractions, we just put them here. Okay? Now, right now, since we already had 9 and 9y, it was easy because we just need to multiply by -1 on the bottom one so that we can eliminate the y. That way, look, we multiply by -1 on both sides. Okay, and we have -7x minus 9y equals 135 negative. Okay, we eliminate the y, we solve for x. Okay, and once we have the value of x, we take this value, we put it into one of the fractions. We could have used this one as well. Okay, and then we just solve for the other variable, which is y. Okay, perfect. On the next video, we're going to do the decimal equation. Okay, with these decimals, you can use a calculator so that we can save some time. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to work on decimal. Okay, remember, under this video, you'll find a link with some more exercises. You can also find them on page 45 for some examples. Okay, but the ones that you have to hand in at the moment that we return to class for accumulative points are going to be the ones that are under this link. Okay, so make sure to check them out so that you can work on them.